First part of any mediation process is hiring a mediator. In order to do that, you need to find somebody who is going to be available in the times that you need, is going to have the style and approach that works for you and works for all of the other parties that are going to be involved in the mediation, has fees that seem reasonable and are acceptable to the other side. So here's an example of how you might have an opening conversation with somebody that you're thinking of using and working with as a mediator.
Good morning, Mr. Mediator. My name is Frank McCall. I'm with the firm of Hungadung & McCall. You may have heard of us. Right. I'm calling you about a possible mediation. My firm represents Hendrick Lumber, which is a local company, and this is a claim for gender and race discrimination. Is it correct that you've got experience in employment mediation? We're thinking of doing this at the second half of next month. Is that something you can be available for? Okay, all right. Do you have any questions for me? Okay, thanks very much. Bye-bye.
There are definitely things that you should avoid in talking to a mediator. Here's a couple of things not to do.
So tell me something about your experience. Have you done many of these? And what about recently? Well, can you give me the names of the parties and the counsel in the recent one? So tell me how it went. I mean, how did you feel? I mean, did you think that the employer had a better case? And if so, were you able to help them out and get a better settlement?
Asking a mediator about prior mediations is likely to not get very clear answers because the mediator cannot reveal any information, including the existence of a mediation, without explicit permission from one of those parties.
And we want a mediator who's going to help us get the best result. I assume you know what I'm saying. Sure. I mean, the idea is to save money, right, to get this done quickly. And now what about rates? How do you charge? Oh, Well, what about alternative fee arrangements, like a percentage of the settlement? Would that work for you?
One of the things that we would never want is for anybody involved in a mediation to feel like the mediator had a stake in the outcome. So if there's any way in which the mediator's compensation is in any way connected to what happens, the parties themselves might not feel like the process was being conducted solely for their interests.
Well, we might use you, but if it goes well for us, we have other cases in this area, and we would want to use you again if you are helpful to our client this time. I'm sure you understand.
Part of what makes settlement conversations work is when the parties are able to feel confident and comfortable and trusting in the process.